So what's some advice looking back to you doing that initial raise? I'm sure that you guys underwrote every single thing possible to be able to mitigate for as much risk as humanly expected. But then, of course, there's black swans, changing market conditions. Now that you've gone through something and came out the other side, so you've got like a little bit of battle scars now, what's some advice that you can give to somebody that's potentially considering raising capital for their first deal?
I would say that if you're considering going down the syndication route, right? Just to give you an idea, number one, why syndicate? Let's address that. Why syndicate? Because when I started real estate, right, for my first 2 years in real estate, I did five, six transaction. I had two six-figure exits. It was great, but I was stuck to my bubble of resources. But the moment that I introduced private equity with the trench level knowledge that I had building for years, I skyrocketed $18 million of assets in less than 9 months. So that's why syndicate. If you're thinking about going down that route, number one, and this is really important, you need skin in the game. Yes or
Mm,
yes. Number one is every single general partner, right? When we're talking about general and limited partners, I'm assuming a lot of the people in the audience are familiar with that. If you're not, a general partner is the syndicator, the person putting the deal together. They don't necessarily have a requirement to contribute their own capital to the deal. Number one, a requirement for me, and I think should be for everyone else, is you as a general partner need to be a limited partner as well. You need to be in the pot with your limited partners. And here's why. The number one way to guarantee the success of your investors is to put your neck on the guillotine with them. That is yes or yes. You must be an LP, right? Some GPs take it as far as being like the majority LP. I'm not saying that you don't have to do that, right? But put in a significant amount of capital that means something to you. Hey, if I lost this, it would mean something to me. And not only will that guarantee your success, number two, it will show your investors more than any sales pitch or any words that you really mean what you're saying. When
mm.
you say, I believe in this deal, I believe it's going to bring you this return, it is because I'm putting my own money, my own family's money, whatever that may be, into that deal. Number two is if you're looking to get started in syndication, right? You are most likely have never done a syndication deal or you don't really know much about syndication. This is a very delicate subject matter because when we're talking about syndicating, what are we talking about doing? We're talking about going in front of investors, acting like we know what we're talking about. We're talking about giving them some kind of track record. Why would someone invest with you if you have no track record? I wouldn't invest with somebody that has no track record, Brian. If someone's asking me for an LP deal and they have never done a deal before, then I'm not going to invest with them. The way that you get around with that to do deal number one is align yourself with someone who has done three, four, five, six deals and returned money to investors safely. And with that alignment, off the back of their experience, off the back of their credibility, you can start building your credibility and experience. But you need someone on your team that has done it before, preferably a few times. So I would
Mhm.
say number one is skin in the game, put a deal that you believe in enough to invest yourself. And number two is going to be align yourself with a very credible operator.
I love that you say that because we've spent thousands and thousands of hours within Action Academy because this is what we do is this is a huge roadblock and it's not even $1 million problem to solve. I more so view it as $1 billion problem to solve is how do you get people to be able to take the leap confidently and safely, capital S safely. And now you can never take that risk factor down to zero, but we can mitigate the hell out of it in doing exactly what you just said, which is something I want to hit on the importance of because everyone is inundated with all these educational platforms. And guys, this is not a shill for my thing. This is just a shill for the process in and of itself. Everyone's okay. Let me go do these modules on how to underwrite. Let me go do this Zoom call on how to capital raise. Let me read this book. Let me listen to this podcast. Even this is mental masturbation to a degree, right? Our thing is, hey, I have 10 doors. I've done 10 single family transactions. I want to do a 60 unit multifamily. I want to do a 60 unit self storage or a 60 pad mobile home park. Who is doing that? Who has 600? I'm going to go hitch my wagon to that person that has got the 600. They've already done the capital raises. They've already had some successful repositions. They've already had some successful capital events. They've already issued preferred returns to investors. Let me hitch my wagon to this person, allow them to be the capital partner. Let me learn the skill sets of the underwriting, the deal analysis, the LOI submission, get the property, partner with them, take a minority equity position, and learn the thing first. Then, next deal, I've got the thing done. I've done the thing. It's exactly what you're saying. And I don't understand why everyone tries to do this themselves without doing that first.